How's it going, guys? Today, we're talking some E3, baby. This is one of my favorite times of the year. I always love press conferences. Last year sucked because they were gone. This is the first year Bethesda is going to actually present with Xbox. That's going to be weird. I always liked Bethesda's press conferences, so that'll be kind of sad. But it's also pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what they do in their presentation. It's only an hour and a half, so they're going to have to split that time. Plus, they got to show some third parties, I would assume. I'm going to break down my 5 games that I would literally lose my mind if they were announced at E3. And this is going to be general, like, around the time of E3, because I know EA shows their stuff on June 22nd. Xbox and Bethesda are on June 13th. So without further ado, let's get into my top 5 games I would love to see at E3 and I would lose my frickin' mind. All right, so first up on the list is a game that I have the most faith in that it'll show up out of Bethesda is Wolfenstein 3. If we get Wolfenstein 3, that would literally make me so happy. I love Wolfenstein 1, The New Order, and Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Those games are amazing. They have cool stories, really actually funny stories too, and the combat's amazing. Talk about an adrenaline rush. You got the dual wielding. BJ's pretty cool character. I don't know, I just love that series. But the question is, will we get it? This one makes the most sense to me because it's been 4 years since the last game. Well, the mainline game, New Colossus. They also did just announce that they're working on an Indiana Jones game, but the Indiana Jones project was just a teaser. And I think that's going to be pretty far out. That's going to be like 3 or 4 years. So I could see Wolfenstein 3 either being at this year's E3 or next year's. I really hope it's this year. I think that could be a really good exclusive for Xbox. They could have Halo Infinite in the holiday, and then they could have Wolfenstein in like October or September or something. All right, so for Wolfenstein 3, what do we rate it? We're gonna do a scale from 1 to 5. 1 being a match, just a glimmer of light and a glimmer of hope, but it can be extinguished just like that. Or all the way up to a 5, which is the sun. Will it see the light of day? In between, I'm thinking it's like a bonfire, lighthouse, or like, have you ever drove by a Menards at night with all those freaking lights? It's like a power plant. I thought that would be kind of funny to have in there. So for this one, I think it's a very good possibility. I'm gonna put it at a number 4. I'm gonna put it at a Menards. I think there's a very good chance it's announced this year. I don't know if it'll come out this year, but I definitely think that they'll announce it at E3. All right, so next up at number 4 is a new game from EA and BioWare. Not Dragon Age, but I think they might announce a new Mass Effect. It could be pretty badass. I mean, it's very likely that they're not going to announce that till they announce or finish off Dragon Age, but they did just release the trilogy this year, the Remastered Legendary Edition. I don't think they're going to reboot it as of like a franchise that's like restarting. Like they're not going to call it Mass Effect. They're not going to do it like Doom 2016 or Tomb Raider. I don't think it's been that long. And it'd be confusing. They just released the trilogy and they would release or reboot the series and call it the same damn thing. No, it would be like Mass Effect 4 or like a Mass Effect subtitle. I joke around and I always say it's going to be like Mass Effect, we're sorry about Andromeda Edition or something. I mean, BioWare and EA have to be taking notice. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition has done really well. It was topping Steam charts last month. It was even beating out Resident Evil Village, which is actually doing really well for Capcom too. So they gotta be going full speed ahead on the sequel. It seems like they got this Legendary Edition out just in time for E3 to maybe tease something. It'd be perfect. All right, so if I had to give Mass Effect a rating of from candle to sun, I would say it's probably like a candle. It's very unlikely. I feel like it's pretty low in the spectrum of if it's going to happen, it's not going to be this year. All right, coming in at number 3 is a game that I fucking love so much. It's a tactical strategy game from Firaxis. This is XCOM 3. I don't know if this is going to happen because lately there's rumors out that there is an XCOM game, but it's not the typical XCOM game. It's a Marvel game. So it's like XCOM style combat and gameplay with Marvel characters. Kind of pisses me off thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. It's like, I think it could be cool with all the different superheroes and all their powers and having like different classes and stuff. But we have enough Marvel stuff that I feel like, why are you taking away XCOM, the franchise? I don't know. XCOM is super popular too. I don't think it needs the Marvel license on top of it. If it's a different IP, hey, I'm okay with that. It's like Gears Tactics, which is fucking awesome as well. 1 was amazing, but the way that they introduced stealth was such a brilliant move. I just want to see what they would do with XCOM 3. If I had to give this one a rating, I would say it's like a bonfire. Yeah, it's a good chance, but like I think the rumors are true. Jason Schreier even came out and said, yeah, these are true. And he's usually not wrong, so. And I don't think they would announce a couple games at E3. I think they would stagger them out. All right, guys, so number 2, we're going to talk about a game that is a long time coming. They teased it a couple years ago with some, or maybe it was last year, but they had some like concept art. It would be the sequel to Inside and Limbo. We don't have a title for it yet. It's very reminiscent of Limbo and Inside art style wise, but the theme and tone of it feels a lot different. It feels like there's wide open spaces. You have like a spacesuit on. I can't tell, but it almost looks like he might be one of the characters from Inside grown up, but it gives me a very like he's exploring worlds type of feel, or maybe he's just exploring a whole planet. But in this one, it seems vast. Like you're exploring canyons, you're looking out like a huge tunnel. It looks badass. At least art style wise. I mean, obviously it doesn't look badass. We haven't seen anything. Even my mom played this and she doesn't play very many video games. She loved it. This one I'm feeling pretty confident about. I feel like we're going to see something at Microsoft's event. I would give it a Menards rating, a number 4. Yeah, I think it has a very good chance of showing up. If it doesn't, that will suck, but hopefully it's there. Okay, guys, we're at number 1. If this one happens, I probably won't be able to sleep for a couple days. And I will literally shit my pants probably if it happens in the press conference. Alan Wake 2, or I got a backup plan, Alan Wake Remastered. I feel like it's time. Control is over with. They've done all the DLC. It's been about a year, right? It's been about a year, and it's time. They teased Alan Wake 2 at the end of the game, at the end of the DLC, AWE DLC. It's time. Sam Lake just loves this franchise. You can tell he cares about it more than any of them. He snuck Alan Wake into every damn Remedy game he can. I mean, the best part of Control was the Alan Wake references and intertwining story. And now Alan Wake is a Remedy connected universe. They've literally set up for this moment. I don't know if they will call it Alan Wake 2. I really hope they do. The best part of Control was Alan Wake. You can't tell me that if you took Alan Wake out of there, it would be as critically acclaimed. It upsets me because Alan Wake deserved a lot more attention. It didn't get it until way too late. It's got to happen, guys. I don't know what these publishers' problems are. I don't know why we had to wait for Epic to become a publisher and fund the game. It has one of the best stories of all time. Atmosphere is second to none. Music second to none. It's literally one of the best games ever. And the fact that it's 11 years and we still haven't received a sequel is pretty fucking pathetic. I'm hoping, and this is like the 11th year in a row that I've been hoping, every E3 I'm literally like heartbroken. When they announced Quantum Break, even though I loved Quantum Break, I was pissed off. And then when it came to Control, I was pissed off. And I end up enjoying all their games, but I just want an Alan Wake 2 for the love of God. Please, give us Alan Wake 2. Or a remaster, I'll take that too. Actually, I want a remake, not a remaster. I want you to give it like the Resident Evil 2 like remake treatment. That would be amazing. All right, if I had to rate this one, I think I'm gonna put it right in the middle. It's a lighthouse. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen. That's all I can say about it. So I hope you guys are as excited for E3 as I am. I'm going to be watching all the conferences. Like this video, subscribe for more videos that I'm going to be putting out during E3. And until next time, stay in the light, my friends. Later.